Everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? It's your boy West Coast, man, and it is Wednesday night, man, and we are here, man, for the Hump Day Report, man. And shoot, man, I got the three amigos of Cowboy content out here, man, ready to rock with y'all to have ourselves a great evening, man. We got a gang of pages live right now, man, so no matter where you're going to be watching at tonight, you will be entertaining. You're going to be in for some dope content, man. So we want to let everybody know we appreciate you right out the gate, man, and let's get into it, man. But yo, man, it's your boy West Coast. How's everybody doing? I got my boy Boss Cowboy on the line, and I also got my cousin from HTM Sports, my boy Henny Moore, man. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? Cool, and my guy, what's good with you?
Shoot, go ahead.
Quick, can y'all let me know how I sound?
Sound great.
You sound good, and you're live, and we're live on
YouTubers.
Oh, okay. And we're live on your, and we're live. We should be live on all platforms, so everything is up.
I see it.
Yes, sir. Everything is up and running, man. So yeah, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I be acting all nervous when they first start, man. Like I got
Always.
like I be having a little bubble, a little butter.
I know, bro. I don't know why I don't care, man. How many times you do when you hit that stream button, it be like, damn, what's finna happen?
For real, like, is it all gonna crash, Lord? Is today the day?
Man, I wish I had my button.
Is today the day where you technically do have your buttons because everything is gonna feed in through your sound. So
really,
yeah. So try right now. We'll know right now.
All right, hold on. Let me know if you hear this. You hear that?
No, I did not.
What about now?
No, I did not. I lied.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. We'll need myself.
I mean, let me know if you hear this.
Yeah.
You got it?
No doubt.
Okay.
I hear the boats and the hoes.
The boats and the hoes. All right, well, yo, man, what's up, everybody? It's your boy West Coast, man. This is your Wednesday night edition of the Hump Day Report, man. I got a special guest. My boy, actually, technically, my cousin would actually be the special guest for this one, man. So appreciate you for sliding through, man. But hey, man, let's just go ahead and we got to give some shout outs and stuff like that. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's three things you guys must do on either platform that you're watching on, no matter where you're watching on. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on Planet Mars, no matter where you are watching at, the game does not change. There's a couple things you guys must do. First thing I need you guys to do is I need you guys to hit that share button. So no matter where you're watching at right now, I need you to give your boy West Coast, HTM Sports, and Boss Cowboy a share, man. Everybody hit that share button right now aggressively. You feel me? Next thing. Everybody on this page is monetized, man. So we got the super chats on. So we're going to thank you in advance. We're going to go ahead and thank you right now in advance. But we're going to let y'all know, make sure y'all hit that share button and then make sure y'all hit that star button. Now, I do a little special thing on my page. Boss does it too. And HTM does it. We're going to shout out. Now, listen to me. If you said hello in the comment box on either page, we can say hello to you back. But if you ain't say hello to us, then we can't say it back to you. That's kind of how it works. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody right now that wants a shout out from HTM Sports, from Boss Cowboy, or from HTM Sports, Boss Cowboy, or West Coast, me. Shoot, I almost forgot myself. I need you to say what's up in the comment box right now, and then we going to reciprocate that and say what's up to you back. I'm going to start off by shouting out a couple special people over here on Facebook. What's up to my boy Raymond Heffler? What's up, Raymond? What's up, Wanda? Aiden, what's up with you, Ada? And then my boy Dakota Springs, what's up with you, my boy? We got like 60 people over on Facebook, so appreciate y'all. And then Boss Cowboy, I see you got some people you probably want to shout out on your page too.
Yeah, man, we got the diehards, the crazies, the loyals, man, because I swear I just did about 2.5 hours and they right back, boy. Ooh, y'all content junkies. So we got Blackwell, he first, Aaron, Daisy, she always in early. She get the notification push it, Jeffrey. And then Cowboys Fan 95 said, welcome back, boss. Good show last time. Appreciate it, big dog. And Purple Soul say, and we're back. Yep, Queen. She always day one. We back. Yep, Queen all day. Looking crazy. What's up? Jeff Jazzy. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. And then I got Foot State over here on mine, and I got Edward Saint. And then, hey, we got some special people in the house. My boy Jeffrey. If you're on YouTube and you got that big wrench by your name, you know what that is? That means we have trusted you to tighten them up. You feel me? So I'm going to tell everybody in the YouTube nation, I don't know how they do it on Boss, but this is what I tell them at the beginning of my show. Listen to me, man. Hey, be careful in them. Be careful in them YouTube street. Cause see them dudes with them wrenches, they got that thing on you, and if you get out of line, they will tighten your ass up. All right, so everybody be on their best behavior. But hey, let's have some fun though. You feel me? We really talking to these folks right here.
Well, what I'm saying is, deep down, you're a fraud. You're a real Cowboy fan.
We talking to all the fake Cowboy fans that love watching Cowboy content. Yes, it's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the vegans that's supporting the beef down the street. You feel me?
Oh.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know.
Hey, man, we entertaining, bro. I understand why they watch us.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's entertaining, but I just choose not to watch it. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but
you know, Dallas Cowboys, we the best reality television going, bro. And then we the ones that can bring it. Hey,
it just be like that sometimes. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I also know that Cowboy content. If you're listen to me. If you're just a flat out football dude, if you're a full out football dude, you like Cowboy content. Why? Because man, it's educational. You know what I'm saying? It's educational.
And see, don't get me started, boy. But I was just saying last show, bro. We the best. Like our community ain't nobody even close.
Nah, and I'm gonna tell you the one thing I love about Cowboy Nation in our community is, bro, you got options, bro. Like you got options like that. I think that's like the best thing about you know what I'm saying, about the Cowboy Nation is like you have options, bro. Like you literally go to like a high-end restaurant and then it's like imagine going to like Jimmy Choo's, but instead of having it's Jimmy Choo's, but like it's like a buffet. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not by entree. It's like you can like pick and choose. If you like this from Boss, you can take that from Boss. If you like this from West Coast, you can take this from West Coast. You like this from HTM, you can take that from him. If you like this from Law, you can take this from Law. You like James, you can take this from James. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just take a bunch of it and just piece it together, but at the end of the day, you still getting some fire. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw J Tuck in there and throw Skywalker still in there too. Foots the King and Vach. Everybody that come to my head, keep it real. We love them all. Keep it one. Huh? Oh yeah, landlord. Can't forget about the landlord, man, because he was for sure about to text me if I didn't say
landlord. OG boy, I'm a dog.
Yeah, he is, man. I enjoy doing content with my boy too. But yo, man, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get into what we came to talk about, man. You know, we gonna listen. This is an uncut show, so it's not necessarily it's uncut. What I mean by uncut is this. This is, you know, when stuff is uncut, that means we gonna keep it keep it close to the hip. But at the same time, man, don't be correcting us on those stats and all this other stuff, man. That's what the comment box is at. You know what I'm saying? This is my third live for the day. Boss Cowboy on his third live for the day, and I know Henny done wrote him about 9 articles for the day. So I need everybody to let their hair down and let's just get loose and let's have a good time talking about some Cowboy content. You know what I'm saying? But first off and foremost, you guys already know I pride myself on being the Kanye West of Cowboy content. You know what I'm saying? And with being that, Kanye West always go on podcast and he always say some crazy stuff. So I'm gonna start it off by saying this right now. It's 12/14/2022. If you don't like your quarterback and you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you're weird.
Yeah, it's too late.
Period, man. Period, bruh. You're weird. And I'm gonna tell you guys why you're weird. Matter of fact, I think I just want to show you. I really want to show you. Let me move Boss, because Boss is the only. Hold on, let me move. Hold on, Boss. Let me move you one down. Okay, now I can show you. All right. This is I want to talk about this last drive, this 2-minute the 2-minute drive, right? Before we get into it though, I want to give a love to this defense because we wouldn't have even have gotten there if the defense wouldn't have like punched folks in the face. Like what they did on the fourth down was just ridiculous, man. So, you know, I want to start by there. I want to start there first off. Before we get into Dak, I want to talk about this defense and what they did on fourth down, on 2 consecutive fourth downs. First off, man, this first fourth down, you're going to see, this is a replay. I mean, actually, let me run it back one time. I mean, this is the fourth down that actually got us in position to even get the ball, man. And as you can see, man, Cowboys are all zeroed out. One thing I love about this play right here, can you guys see the play?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, for sure. One thing I like about this play right here, and this is why I really wanted to, like, bring this up, is, like, I want to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, You know what I see right here, man? This is team football, bruh. This is team football. This is not. Listen, when over the last couple years, defense. You may not have heard this, but as content creators, when I speak to athletes, when I speak to people on the team, there's been whenever they've said anything negative about the defense, they've always said this: some guys playing hero ball, right? Hero ball is what? One guy trying to put on his cape and fly and save the day. I'm gonna tell you this right here. When I see this right here, bro, that is team football. If you from the HOOOD, we call that hood gang bang tackling. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We understand that slippies count, right? Slippies count. Somebody may not get the tackle, somebody may slip out, but guess what? You have multiple guys there to make that tackle, man. I'm gonna run this play back one more time, but I just want to know, what are y'all thoughts? What was y'all thoughts on this fourth down, man?
Man, once I saw the penetration, I knew it was a wrap. I knew we got it, because I think it was also a blown play on the offense as well, because it looks like he started running in the wrong direction away from where the play fake was. So like they immediately keyed in. Look, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, 91 caused him to not even get to the play fake. It looked like he tried to play fake in that direction. 91 shot the gap. So like I think 91 blew up the play just instantly.
Carlos Watkins.
That's probably the best play that Watkins made all game. And he had a pretty decent day up to that point. Not saying that he wasn't playing well, but yeah, man. So like moment they shot that gap, forced them into the crowd. It was over with.
I heard that, boss. What's your thoughts, man?
I just thought it was super talented Dallas Cowboy ball all day, because obviously it was very sloppy, very ugly, but it was a good indication of how good we are, because it was almost like on both sides of the ball, since we started with D, but on both sides of the ball, we just turned it on like, all right, we tired of playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes to the talent. Like, that's talent, bro. So yeah, obviously, and then I also remember this moment because I was live as you was live at the watch party. So I'm pretty sure what happened in your watch party happened in our watch party. It was like tons of people quit. Like tons of people was like, it's over, game over, right? And I remember even having to talk to the chat like, nah, we ain't quitting, bro. Come on now. We can't be asking our players never to quit, and then because we sitting there facing a deficit, we quit. And that's what really made me remember this moment. And it was a moment where I just saw like the Cowboys show up with super Cowboy football, and honestly, the type of closing that I haven't seen in years.
Facts. I mean that's great. I love your explanation on that, but I mean, just to even add on that, man, like I feel like this defense understands who they are. And I think it's like in life, like this defense understands that's like they have to be the one doing all the nitty and gritty. They have to be the one out here making those plays. And it's like, not only do I think they know it, but I think they've kind of accepted that role. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're getting rewarded for the fruits of their labor, man. Like I'm just, I said this earlier in my show about Dan Quinn, man. And it's like, even though Dan Quinn is a great defensive coordinator, he's a great defensive coordinator, and I think that's been proven. I think one of the greatest things that's going to really come down to Dan Quinn is his ability to just find talent. You know what I'm saying? Because, I think there's been a lot of guys who have just been able to coach. You know what I'm saying? I think it's been proven that there's a lot of guys who can just flat out coach. But it's like one thing that you were seeing with Dan Quinn that I'm really, really appreciating, the fact that it's like, he's taking a group of guys, you know what I'm saying? He's taking his draft, he's taking his free agency, man, and guys that he's taking flyers on are actually starting to matriculate. Like, y'all understand, everybody that watch my content know how I feel honestly about LVE. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. Like, I've even seen some progression in LVE's play. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I credit that to the play of Damone Clark and a lot of guys beside him? Hell yeah, I do. Absolutely, I do. You know what I'm saying? But I also credit Dan Quinn for what he's doing with this defense and getting these guys prepared in and every week. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And when you think about Donovan Wilson, a guy that's been in the league for a couple of years now. He's having a career year right now. West Coast, you were campaigning for him to be an all-pro this year. And he's been playing like it. And then, You look at the development of guys like Micah Parsons. Like Micah Parsons didn't come into the league expecting to be a pass rusher. Dan Quinn is the one that made him rush the passer. Because say we drafted Micah Parsons to be a middle linebacker. Thank God that I'm not saying thank God that DeMarcus Lawrence got hurt, but thank God that Dan Quinn had the wherewithal to slide him into the edge position once that happened, and we actually got to see that talent. So like you said, he's done a great job with the defense schematically. He's done a great job with the players, and it's been showing dividends. You just tell by how productive we've been. We're top 2 in sacks. We're a top turnover producing team. We're one of the better scoring defense in football. So like every facet of the defense has improved. And I know like we still have our issues against the run, but like it's been better than it was before Dan Quinn got here. Like we were the worst run defense in football. He has at least gotten us closer to the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, man. And I think this is what I said. This is my mindset with Dan Quinn too, because like it's getting to the point where it's like you a guy. I remember back in the day you had a pretty girlfriend. You didn't want to take her nowhere because you didn't want nobody to see her. You know what I'm saying? You want nobody to try to take her from you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the Dallas Cowboys, man. You can only hide Dan. I know they're not necessarily hiding him, but it's like his skill set of just being more than just a defensive coordinator is starting to definitely show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my biggest hope, honestly, is like whoever that the Dallas Cowboys, like I would think, I'm gonna be honest with you too, as well as Dan is coaching and orchestrating this defense, I would actually, if Dan was to go somewhere else next year, I would actually probably be in support of someone replacing him on this staff, because I would want to see if someone can actually mimic or what the things he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like those breadcrumbs that that Dan Quinn is dropping throughout the building, because I know he's dropping some breadcrumbs throughout that building. I'm hoping that a Edwards or my boy or Al Harris, one of those guys are eating these crumbs and they're getting fat off of the things that he's doing, man, because the things that he's doing, I think if I'm a team next year at the end of this season, I see what Dan Quinn's done with the defense as far as calling plays, but it's like I think the greatest talent that Dan Quinn has been able to do is his evaluation of talent. And I mean, if the dope thing about Dan Quinn is he's not doing it the offensive way. Typically on offense, what do? They just pay guys, bruh. On offense, you just pay guys. You know what I'm saying? You go out there, he's the highest paid wide receiver, get him. Your offense is going to be better then. You know what I'm saying? That's typically how you fix offenses, right? Go pay some people. But Dan Quinn's meme is, and even back from Seattle, Dan Quinn's method is, man, he's getting hardworking guys that are getting on young contracts. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're able to take that premise and work that theme over entire NFL, man, Dan Quinn, you would think he'd be a monster, bruh. Because think about this. I'm going to pose this right here. We all know that Dan Quinn is basically taking, he's looking at the bar. He's shopping at the produce aisle at the 99-cent store. You know what I'm saying? Making great omelets making great food and all types of stuff. Imagine if someone allows Dan Quinn to take that same premise but go shop at like a nice store. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, because think about this. Dan Quinn right now is in the business of taking, players that have a flaw or players that have something and making them good players. Imagine if he actually gets with an organization that say, you know what, we ain't gonna start at the 99-cent store. We're gonna put you in True Valley. We're gonna put you in a nice store and let you pick from guys that are good and focus on making those guys great. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. That's what I see. And to be honest with you, like, not to open up a can of bags or anything like that, but I didn't even have no thought of even thinking about talking about this tonight. But if there's any reason why I would switch out my head coach, if it ever came to a situation where I had to pick between Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, I think that would be the one thing that I would probably end up leaning toward Dan Quinn on. His ability to look out here into the scheme of things, grab players, and knowing that the Cowboys don't like spending on players, and these guys turn into some players that'll work, man. Boss, what are your thoughts on Dan Quinn, man? And shoot, man, I think we had this conversation the last week about, who, not necessarily a replacement, but what are the thoughts for next year as far as Dan Quinn and stuff? Because success is definitely going to bring some opportunities.
I think Joe Witt would be a better replacement. Because Joe Witt actually coached for Dan Quinn in the preseason when Dan Quinn had to have a leave of absence. Also, Joe Witt was somebody that worked with Dan Quinn before and a lot. and Dan Quinn personally tried to recruit Joe Witt 2 years in a row, which says a lot about him. Also, that backhand is so ice water, and Joe Witt is actually working with the least expense, the least amount of budget, if that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. He the one that's really working with the hand-me-downs, not on terms of those guys being cold, but are good players, more so about those guys being inexpensive players, the Malik Hookers, the Curse, like all of those guys are even Donovan Wilson, like all of those guys are like very low cost. So to be all the way honest, I would let Dan Quinn go. I would keep Mike McCarthy because see, I honestly don't trust any other coach to navigate the political waters like Mike McCarthy, except maybe a Sean Payton. And then we ain't going with Sean Payton because we ain't giving them no draft picks. We know we ain't doing that. And I also do have one knock on Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn also occasionally is getting too cute. Dan Quinn is also, for I don't know reasons, have stopped moving Micah Parsons around. I think that's a tremendous mistake because I always talked about Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons being a queen on a chessboard where you could attack from multiple positions just like a queen on a chessboard. And when you make him one-dimensional and you make him a bishop or you make him a rook, you're not getting the best out of Parsons because to me, you cause crazy confusion when you're moving him around. You can still blitz with him to try to get your sacks out of him, but just to leave him on kind of one position to me is Dan Quinn. It's like I don't sometimes know why he goes against things that was just ice water cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna throw him a little wrath, right? Because his snaps are down.
A lot.
So it's bigger than just that. Like
he played, I think he played under 50 snaps.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't even say like I can't even accept the excuse from the Cowboys that we're only trying to rush Micah, we're only trying to use him for pass rush, because that ain't even true no more. Like
there's something going on.
Yeah, and I made
load management.
Yeah, there's exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I made a video, right? And I said this. I said, you know what? It's like this type of stuff. It don't scare me, but it definitely makes me say, because like, bro, where is the dude who leaked the picture of Jerry Jones from 1942? Like, where's that guy at when you need him? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the professional, we got the Dallas leakers out there. You got Micah Parsons. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we all watched that Cowboy game this week, right? And I'm going to tell you, if you, at some point of your watching that game, you didn't say, damn, I sure am seeing Micah Parsons on the sideline a lot. If that didn't cross your mind, like, there was just so many times, and it's like, I know that, like, when they film these games, they have certain players on defense that they look at, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to show those players because those are the premier players on TV. And it's like, you could tell that they had a mock-up on the game where we're gonna highlight Micah Parsons because they kept on showing Micah Parsons, but the only problem was he was on the freaking sideline. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on the sidelines a bunch, man. Like, Micah's snaps are at least down 15 to 20% from what they normally are. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this. This is what I've always said about the Cowboys. Like, it's amazing the people that they will rest and the people they won't rest. But think about this. Everybody that's on an extension has gotten some rest at some point this season. Everybody, whether it be injury or what, everybody that's on an extension is not going to play no full. Zeke is not. Dak is not. God dang me. Who else did they sit this year? I wrote them all down. It was they sat Zeke for 2 weeks. They sat J-Ron Curse, got sat for a little bit due to injury. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Cowboys have definitely, opened themselves up to sitting guys. So my thing is this, man. Instead of doing load management with Micah Parsons, bro, listen to me. If he is not 100%, get a dude a game, bro. Give him a game, because at this point, you're not even getting Micah Parsons. You have Micah Parsons, and what you're living off of right now, you're living off the fear of teams having to scheme on him and not the actual impact of Micah Parsons. Like last year when nobody knew who he was, that was impact. They was just like, who the hell is number 11? But now everybody knows who he is, and now teams are just, now the Cowboys are more or less just using the sheer fear of Micah Parsons being out there. But guess what? That fear, nobody care about that at fourth down. He needs to be on the field, man. He needs to be on the field. Go ahead.
You raised a hell of a point when I think about it. Because, see, when I start looking at all the clues, one of the things that stood out to me more than anything is when he didn't clearly run down. I forgot which one of those quarterbacks it was, but he was on the angle. And we've seen Micah do stuff in terms of his pursuit that was like, oh my God, that dude a freak.
He used to be a running back. He's a running back in high school. So.
Yeah, I'm talking about his pursuit. Like, do y'all remember that play?
Hell, I know you. Yeah.
And yeah, matter of fact, the one in the Detroit game.
The first thing I said is something wrong. Like something wrong. He might be nursing something.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense for him to. He used to be a guy that played in there every snap. It does like we playing 70 snaps. He's on the field 45. So like that is concerning.
They nurse it. I'm certain, bro. And it's like it's something to where he can't get that get up.
Maybe a groin.
It's something like that. It's like a groin. I don't think
that. I don't think they'll say it because I don't think he's nicked enough to be on the report. But I definitely don't think he's 100% healthy.
Nah, something for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and then also one thing I know about December is like them games start coming, man. These games about to just start hitting back to back to back to back. Like one thing I love about December is you get that Christmas gift. It feels like you always watching Cowboy football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're going, the number one thing is not even just having him prepared for the Philadelphia game, is having him 100% healthy and having all this understood and found out before the actual playoff starts. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's when you get in the tournament, that's when you're going to need that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, because, I mean, when you play Jalen Hurts, it's really not going to be the sacks that you're going to be really looking for. It's really going to be looking about how they use Jalen Hurts and Miles to attack the track with the RPO. Because, I mean, that's what happened last time. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts ain't really getting sacked a lot because he ain't really throwing the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard.
And he's running.
He's running a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's another aspect that you got to look at, too. But, I mean, the number one thing that I'm hoping is that these next couple weeks, we will continue to monitor everything with Micah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love the fact that he got that dog in him, and he's still out there going strong. But it's like one thing I like about Micah Parsons is his face is visual. His face tells the truth. And if you go look at that all 20, or actually don't go look at the all 22 because you ain't gonna see it on all 22. You got to watch the actual game. Look at them, man. Micah Parsons did not look excited about being on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
It did not look like something that he was okay with. So it's like, I think, I'm definitely with that. I think he's dinged up and they're trying to, deal with it on the inside of the organization, which you should always do. You know what I'm saying? Which you should always do. I just wish the Cowboys would do this, what they're doing with Micah, in all things. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows you that they're capable of doing it because there's definitely something there. There's something there. But the Cowboys are using, they're using a different strategy from what they typically do. You know what I'm saying? Because when they typically do, Jerry Jones is one of the few owners that does an injury report. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yo, man, we kind of talked about that defense for a little bit, man. I want to slide into this final drive, man, and I want to. We're not about to it's about damn near 10:30 where everybody at, man. So, and I know everybody didn't seen the drive, over and over. So we ain't about to do like full breakdowns, but I do want to kind of talk about the drive, and not even just the drive in the plays, but I want to talk about the drive and the appreciation, man, because I think Dak has just done this so much that y'all just get used to this stuff now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people forget.
But I want to, before I let y'all go at this, I want y'all to know that this is not normal, bro. This is not normal. There was 9. Hold up, real quick. I wrote it down. Let me get it. Let me get this to you. I'm gonna show y'all the series of events on this play right here, on this series. My boy Dak. Okay, listen to me. First play, Dak Prescott passed to Schultz. Second play, Dak Prescott runs. Third play, Dak Prescott passed to Schultz. Fourth play, Dak Prescott passed to Zeke. Fifth play, Dak Prescott passed to CeeDee Lamb. Sixth play, Dak Prescott run. Seventh play, Dak Prescott passed to Noah Brown. Eighth play, Dak Prescott passed to Schultz. Ninth and final play, Zeke run. Bro, your quarterback had a hand in every single play except for the 2-yard drive pass where he literally handed the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. Like, I understand that there's people who, for whatever God honestly reason, have a whatever feel about their quarterback, and you can have that feeling. You can have that. But we got to stop normalizing stuff like this, bro. I think the worst thing that Cowboy Nation has done is they've normalized stuff like this. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Baker Mayfield did not do nearly as enough of what Dak did for what Dak, like, listen to me. Baker Mayfield went 63 yards. Dak went 98. Mm-hmm. Baker had the whole NFL going crazy. You want to know why? Because they weren't expecting nothing from him. The thing that I hate about Dak is his success is now, it's like what they say, not necessarily his success is taking a shot at him, but because of success for him doing things like this, the fan base, just the appreciation for it is horrible, man.
I mean, they don't appreciate Dak anyway, because listen to me, Dak Prescott is a player that is literally top 6 in completion percentage all time for his career. All time. I'm not talking about for a season. I'm not talking for anything. Like, for all time, Dak Prescott is top 6 in completion percentage, and people will come on here and say he's not accurate. He is a top 5 player in career touchdown to interception ratio, but they will come in here and complain about the interceptions when he hardly does that. Like, him throwing 9 interceptions this year is an outlier when you look at the rest of the body of work that he has. So they always talk about the negative and highlight the negatives of Dak Prescott. So, that's neither here nor there. Like, if you don't like Dak Prescott, there really is nothing that he can do to make you like him. He could go out here and win a Super Bowl, and people will still say it was everybody else's contributions outside of his. So that's neither here nor there. But that was Dak Prescott's 18th career game-winning drive. He's been a guy that's done this since his rookie year. A lot of these great games that you remember, he led game-winning drives. In these games, like most of these victories against the Eagles. He led game-winning drives. Like the first time he played the Eagles his rookie year, he threw a game-winning touchdown in overtime. Then you think about the time we went to Philadelphia in 2018, led a game-winning drive there. Led a game-winning drive in overtime again in 2018 with the tip pass to Amari Cooper. All these clutch performances for Dak Prescott, and they sit here and act like he never did anything to garner any of this praise. Like they really shit on Dak Prescott every chance they get. But it's impressive, man. I've seen Dak Prescott do this since he came to the league, so I expected this from him. But hats off to Dak, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something that made Dak's a little harder, man. Is think about this, man. Dak is literally trying to do his thing. You're a growing quarterback, right? Young quarterbacks, they usually what they do is they pair him with older offensive coordinators, guys that are more experienced than him. You know what I'm saying? Dak got a guy at the time was more that probably knew less about the position than he did. You know what I'm saying? And then imagine growing with that same person throughout your career. So it's like, as Dak makes mistakes and he's supposed to do his thing, guess what? You also have to anticipate the mistakes that your offensive coordinator's making, right? And guess what? A newer, younger offensive coordinator is not nearly going to be as aggressive or knowledgeable as an older one. So it's like, think about this, probably some of those, Dak has so many comebacks, probably has to do with the fact that a lot of the play calling and things like that was orchestrated for Dak was not really successful. Like, I'm gonna tell you, one of my biggest alts with Kellen Moore is like, and this is just simple, like, honestly, like, I don't even need Kellen Moore to just change like whole systematical stuff. Like I'm gonna tell you this right here. If Kellen Moore said, you know what, West Coast, I don't give a damn what you say, I'm doing it my way, it's been working, I don't care what you say, I'm doing it. Okay, we can do it your way, but can we still do it your way better? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still, like, think about this. There are teams that pass the ball more than us that still are successful at what they do. So it's like, even if you want to do it your way, there's still a better way of doing it. And I'm going to tell you one thing that you have to do in the pass game, if you're going to pass the ball as much as Kellen Moore wants to do, is, bro, you got to throw to the sticks. What I mean by throwing to the sticks is, he runs so many concepts and so many routes that you can literally tell are not based on down and distance. And I'm going to be honest with you, that ain't even good in Madden.
No. Like, you can only run away from so many people. Like everybody in the NFL was big and fast.
And it's like one of the things I think that people, don't really see in in Kellen Moore's system is his system is really dependent on you breaking tackles, bro. Like his system is really, because if you think about it, like he rarely runs routes that are like, even when you're in the red zone. That's why we don't have as many red zone thrown touchdowns, like touchdowns that the receiver actually physically caught in the red zone. Even when we're in the end zone, even when we're in the red zone, he typically runs some type of concept that's going to have the receiver catching the ball before they get to the red zone and the end zone and having to run in. Where it's like most offensive coordinators, most smart offensive coordinators, even if you have 3 wide receivers, somebody is going to end up in the end zone at some point. Like, because you gotta, like, no matter how good corners are, no matter how good schemes are, something negative happens on every play in the NFL. On offense and defense. So it's like one of my biggest issues with Kellen Moore is, bro, you gotta, like, even if you wanna pass the ball, bro, even if we're gonna pass the ball, there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? And those are just small improvements. And it's like, with Dak Prescott this year, I know a lot of people are on him about his interceptions and stuff like that, but, I ain't never really got mad at interceptions because, like, they're not mad at Steph Curry for how many shots he how many shots he missed, right? Okay, it's like the expectation cannot, if you're throwing the football, the expectation has to be that somebody's going to take it at some point. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But the expectation also has to be that you're making good decisions. I don't mind and I don't want to piss me. I don't want to get nobody in a ref because I'm not condoning interceptions. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if we're gonna rob a bank, we're gonna get everything in the bank. You want to know why? Because they're gonna give us the same amount of time if you get $1 or if you get $1 million. So just take everything.
So peep this though. Since week 7,
real quick, bro, I do got a couple of super chats. I don't want to ignore the homies that's putting on the channel.
Oh, go ahead.
Y'all don't mind. He said, William Blackwell said, how can you not like Dak but like Kellen when Dak is the main reason for his success?
That is very true.
Oh my God.
You should look at Kellen Moore's numbers when Dak Prescott is not under center. They are atrocious.
It did. Keystone said Kellen throws be under the sticks. West Coast so fast.
Right. And that's why I say, like, he's not. I feel like there's times, like, I honestly feel like on 2nd and 6, he already knows the next play he's making, regardless if they get the first down or not. 2nd and 6, Cowboys get 1 yard running the same play. 2nd and 6, Cowboys get a first down, running the same play.
Man, y'all so smart.
And I'm gonna tell you how I know it. And I'm gonna tell you why. What solidifies just means, like, if you have something that just makes it concrete, right? Mm-hmm. What makes this concrete is this. Watch what the Cowboys do after they get a penalty. Watch what they do after they get a penalty on first down. Do they then take 15, 12? Because you would think that, like, if we got a penalty on first down, that means everything has to be elongated now, because now the first down is now 15 yards. On 1st and 15, they're still running plays as if they need, 5 yards on first down. Bro, that's not true anymore. You get a penalty on first down, you now need to run plays that get you 7, 8 yards. Mm-hmm. Man, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, we always have questioned Kellen Moore's play calling. It's been inconsistent. Even guys like Kurt Warner, when he do these film breakdowns, he's talking about how sometimes his concepts don't actually beat the coverage that's called. He'll call things to beat man against a zone coverage and nobody gets open. He'll call zone beating coverages against.
Hey, can you rewind that real quick? If you rewind that one, he said this.
Yeah, did you watch some of these breakdowns?
Yeah. Kellen Moore said that.
No, this is what Kurt Warner said. Right.
Oh, I'm about to say, bro, if Kellen Moore said that, I'm flying to Dallas tonight, and we find him where he stay, and we about to fire him. Because you just admitted you ain't doing your job.
Yeah, because, Kurt Warner.
But I say he better not have said that on national TV.
Yeah, Kurt Warner do a lot of film breakdowns, and he usually is not a fan.
My bad. I thought you said Kellen Moore said that. I was
no, Kurt Warner is usually not a fan of Kellen Moore's concepts. Because, it is true. Because, like, A lot of times he'll run concepts that will beat man, but they're against zone. He'll run concepts to beat zone, is against man. Like he gets caught like that sometimes. So that's questionable play calling. And he has his issues. He gets pass happy sometimes. Some of the plays he called a lot of plays that start behind the line of scrimmage. I don't understand the reasons for calling a double reverse after you get a first down. Like your regular offense is working. So we all have our issues with how he calls plays. Now, for the most part, in a vacuum, if you look at the numbers, he's been better this year. The rushing attempts are up. The offense is more efficient. Things along those lines. But situational football, he still has his struggles in play calling it from time to time. So he needs to clean it up.
I mean, my question on Kellen Moore is this: and I want to be truthful. Is your quarterback good? Is your quarterback in your offense good enough to compensate for him when you need him to? Because
yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, because I'm gonna say this, and Tyrone, I'm gonna answer your question as I do this. I'm gonna fit this all in together. He's been doing it because you don't have a great offensive line this year. You have a 32nd ranked pass blocking offense. You're 32nd in pass block win rate, and you're still averaging over 35 points with Dak Prescott under center. You have the third most penalized team in football. You still won 10 games. So and Tyrone, you asked why do we keep getting penalties? You got a very young team. We have the third youngest team in the National Football League. The average age on this team is under 26 years old. So young players make a lot of mistakes, and young players are not disciplined. And you already had an undisciplined team the year before. So with that, you're gonna have issues along the way.
And think about this, Henny. Not even that they're just young, because you have veterans, but it's like they're young as in think about this. This will be the first game. I don't think the Cowboys actually have a game this season when their original starting offense all played together, because Terrence Steele is now injured and Tyron Smith comes back this week.
Right. Yeah, and then they're young in general. In
general, and as far as them playing together.
Yeah, because think about this: T.Y. Hilton is now going to be the oldest player on your at your offensive skill set position. Dak Prescott was older than every single person he was throwing the ball to this year,
and he only 29.
He's only 29 years old. So your veteran leader on offense. I know we got Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, but the voice of your team is a 29-year-old quarterback. CD Lamb is young. He's not even off his rookie deal. Michael Gallup just got paid. So it is what it is.
And it's crazy, man. I'm just thinking in the future. The future me is saying West Coast, looking back 2 years from now, how many of these guys still gonna be on the team? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, if we was looking at an organization that is down for paying players and keeping it together and you would be thinking the Cowboys are working with a monster, bruh.
I got a super chat real quick. My boy William Blackwell said, I believe this O-line has a losing pass rate because the lack of consistent run plays calls. We need to use our running backs more.
That's a good point. Hey,
hold up.
Mike McCarthy also said that too.
That is true, but I'm also going to say this. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott are the leading running back duo in touches. Yeah, so they got the most touches in the NFL. So, yes, there are times, but I can't just say in a vacuum that they don't get the ball enough, because we're still a top 5 rushing team. They still get the touches the touches you want. No, you need more touches, of course, because there never should be a game where we throw the ball 40 times. Because you throw the ball 40 times, you're in a shootout or you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this, when it comes to running the damn ball, unfortunately, I want to say this arrogantly, I don't compare myself to anybody. I throw those stats out. I just feel like the Cowboys, with our history, should have a way higher standard than everybody else when it comes to running the damn ball. That's just what it is. It's too inherited in us. We are too invested into it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that is centered around the offense is centered around you actually running the ball. The only person that disagrees with it is the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like if you actually got an offensive coordinator who in here that believed in the running the damn ball, and that was their first premise, your offense, think about this, theoretically could probably get better. Like theoretically could probably get better. So it's like I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you. My biggest thing with the passing game is this. I think for a team that runs the ball so well, we don't take shots on play action pass. And it's like when you run the ball well, you earn the right to take deep shots. And I'm going to tell you, like, that is one thing on our offense that Kellen Moore, that's another thing that he has to implement. And it's like you have to take, bro, listen to me. If you don't take a deep shot, I'm a cornerback, man. I'm a cornerback by trade. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? If you're not taking deep shots, then I'm thinking this. Yo, you had better be running the ball exclusively. And it's like the Cowboys don't even exclusively run the damn ball, nor do they take the deep shots that you get from running the ball. So it's almost like he's basically like you know when you go to a sushi restaurant, even if you don't eat it, they make you pay for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he's just like buying stuff and just not using. You're earning the right to throw the ball deep, to take the shots, and you're not taking those shots. And that's why, like, I was kind of up and down on the T.Y. Hilton bring in. Like, I love to bring in because it's the one thing I love about T.Y. Hilton is we don't need him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. I'm losing nothing by signing him. You know what I'm saying? So it can only help me. He cannot help. T.Y. Hilton at $700,000 cannot hurt me in any way. Unless there's some scandal out there that I don't know about that involves a bunch of players on my team. Other than that, even if he get in trouble legally, I can just cut him. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt me at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but the onside was, I still think, and I was talking to myself the other day, I was like, damn, I love T.Y. Hilton, but he's basically like the same guy we have. Like, you know, he's a slot receiver. We need a guy that can literally take that tail helmet off, like a guy who's really good at kicking returns, punt returns, and bringing and kickoff returns. And I'm thinking, wait, hold on.
We got that at home.
Bro, we got that dude on our team right now. We got that guy on our team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I will, no matter what everybody said, Kellen Moore, you can show me you improved a lot just by getting Turpin involved in the game.
Yeah.
Because, bro, 2 snaps a game, 2.
It ain't gonna happen.
I will also say getting T.Y. involved.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You got to get Turpin involved before you get T.Y. Because think about this, Turpin is a different aspect to your game.
Sad.
Like, my question is this: why if you're okay with letting CeeDee Lamb get in the backfield behind 4 300-pound defensive tackles that's trying to kill him, and he only a 206, what's the difference between putting Turpin back there, bruh? I'm gonna tell you this right now: if Turpin was in Kansas City, if he was in Miami, bro, he would be lighting the league on fire right now. And it wouldn't even be in it, because I'm going to tell you, if you really go look at like how Kansas City used Tyreek Hill, bro, they weren't even really like doing like ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, but see, this the problem, bro. They not gonna do none of this stuff we talking about with these option routes. That's the major thing that's holding up everything. That's why we keep dreaming of Turpin. Like, it's a dream. Because as long, see, and this is just like a super sloppy, not just horrible job by Kellen Moore of even receiver development. The OC said this the other day on the Final Word, bro. It's garbage. Like you already, and this is the sad part. You are being creative with 4 tight ends that's mostly the same, but you have no vision
for faster players.
For faster, more electric players. You have no way to get them the ball.
Bro,
like,
he's like
if people don't see how stubborn and selfish Kellen is, and see, this is the worst thing I hate about Kellen. I've been trying to be quiet because I'm tired of literally talking about Kellen, because I swear it's like he's talking to brick walls. I'm still trying to figure out why the media is so soft on his ass. Like, it's so much that just make me sick. But this,
well, hey, boss, let's just be real. Kellen Moore does a really good job of staying out of the media too, though.
But sit down, man. That media come to you.
It do, but he only do the mandatory once a week, and that's it.
And he should be walking right in the heat because see, they don't hold back on Dak.
Like you will see more interviews. I bet you there's more interviews of Dak online right now than there is of Kellen Moore.
Yeah, but see, they always get their post game.
So they naturally protect him, bro. I think the organization naturally, because think about this, boss. Who do you think? I would think Mike McCarthy interviews the most. Then behind him is Dan Quinn. And then behind him is somebody else.
No, Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore about the same.
Nah, I feel like I see Dan. I feel like, because think about this. Kellen Moore's interview yesterday was 7 minutes and 43 seconds. Dan Quinn's 16 minutes 13 seconds.
But they had the same amount of interviews. They go get the same amount of interviews just as post games and after games. They go talk to all of them, especially the main three coaches, the special teams coach, the D coordinator, and the OC. But the thing is the thing about Kellen, it's almost like the media is kissing his ass. It's almost like because they know he the next in line. You know, it's like people got a tendency to do that. They can sense power. They can sense that you're favored. And so what most people do is they align themselves in politics with the person that's getting ready to be the next. And it's real whack. It's like, man, when are y'all go actually man up? Because y'all don't mind at all asking Dak tough questions. You don't mind at all calling Mike McCarthy out for some decisions he might have done. But y'all still ain't brought up the fact that he's still running option routes when the head coach himself said he's against it. That should be a weekly question.
Boss, success though. The thing about Kellen Moore is some of the dumbest stuff that he does. It ends up not necessarily being success, but it's like the overall. It's like people be in jail complaining about the food, talking about as soon as they get out, they gonna call their congressman. They get let out first thing, they forget everything, bruh. they forget everything. As soon as they get out, man, I don't give a damn about them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's what it be like, man. Like we literally be in a vacuum. I think fans, they don't feel the way we feel about Kellen Moore until the game actually starts. And then when the game is over, bro, like that vacuum, it just goes, cause boss, I feel the same thing, bro. Like, listen to me. I did this experiment. I want everybody to look into the camera right now. Look into the camera right now. Right hand to God. I want everybody to tell me right now you didn't scream, run the damn ball at least one time this past week. Right hand to God. Right hand to God. I want to
talk about running the ball.
I just want to know. Right hand to God. Right hand to God. Everybody does it. You know what I mean? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? But does everybody ever run the damn ball hat? No.
Oh man.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying.
And the worst part about this shit, dog, is see, I looked at the play-by-play.
Chris, I'm following you on that, Chris. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I looked at the play-by-play. And there's a blatant pattern of running by quota. So a lot of us are being fooled because we look at the aftermath and we say, oh, it looked like he was balanced. But see, we don't look at him series by series. If you look at him series by series, and I've done this, if you look at him series by series, you will clearly see that in the series to where he's balanced or higher, where he's getting 50% or higher run to pass ratios, we scoring. We are scoring on them things. But then what happened is if he get pass happy, he try to make back up on that quote about getting run happy because he trying to end the game with a so-called balanced look for his bosses. He is completely selfish and people can't even see it. Cause I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it.
And
then
I got
a video
Dak
coming. I'm gonna show it because see the best way to see it, if you got NFL Game Pass, all you got to do is put in there in the search feature Dak Prescott pass, and you will see how many times in a row he throws the ball. Facts. And then he'll go right back and he'll start running heavily to try to make up the deficit that he made over being pass happy. Dog,
it's almost like he has a ticker, it's almost like he has a piece of paper on his paper and he has pass, then he has run, right? And then he goes, okay, I ran it, I passed it 2 times, 2. Okay. Oh, no. I passed it. I ran it. 2. Okay. I passed it. 2. And then I ran it. 2. You know what I'm saying? Because there be times where it's like it be times where it be too balanced, bro. Any game where I see Zeke have 15 carries and Tony Pollard have 14, Bro, you're gonna tell me you
Quota,
can't be,
bro.
you can't be.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Listen
quota,
to me. That
bro.
is not an accident, and
Bro,
that is not an
that's what I'm
accident.
saying,
But
bro.
let me ask you one
He
thing,
literally
though.
Hold on, go ahead.
plays by quota.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that is not an accident. When you see it that balance, you are doing that, bruh.
And we falling for it.
You
And
are
that's
doing that.
And
But
then,
hey.
because that's what he want at the end. He want, ooh, this look managed. It look like they was balanced. But go look at it, man. I swear, anybody just go do that homework. Just go do that homework. You go throw up, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Eddie.
but I was just gonna say that is probably true as hell. But let me ask you this: what if he did not have a quota to reach? Where would we be at right now?
Quota makes him better.
So
But
that's the thing, though.
No,
So,
quota
like,
does
it
make
could-
him
it
better,
could
but he's still
it could
stupid and
always be
stubborn
worse.
with it. Yeah, it's
Yeah, but a
listen,
quota. You know what a
listen
quota
to the
also
thing.
do? A quota limits you too.
It
really
limits
limit.
him
It
from his
really
damage.
limits you from being
It
great.
limits the
But listen,
damage.
though.
It limits his greatness, but more so, I think it limits the damage he can do. Because even when he got stubborn on the run and he ran it 9 times in a row, he was so determined to make up for his quota that he kept running even when he got to the goal line with no switch up.
Yeah, it's like
With no switch up. Like, damn, it's a point to where you can actually run the ball too much too. Like, you can get to a point where, all right, bro, the play action is established. You done ran it 5 times in a row. You done ran it 6 in a row. I'm pretty sure you can throw a play action off of this or a bootleg. I promise you it's gonna work. That defense is gonna cheat up. I promise you. But he on that quota, bro. I can't stand Kellen, bro. And that's why I don't never like to hear, let's give him credit. Man, give him credit for what? The only reason he is even on that quota is because Mike McCarthy got a leash on his neck.
Okay, but listen, you can't do nothing about it at this point. Just hope we stick with the quota so we don't lose these damn games.
Well,
Yeah, but see, this the thing. But
Need better than quota.
yeah, because he don't.
Big games.
Yeah, because the thing about Kellen Moore too is he's not predictable enough in that sense for you to be to count on him. Like, listen to me. One thing I love about stupid people is I can always count on a stupid person to do something stupid, right?
Stupid
so
people got patterns.
yeah, so it's like literally you be like
true.
think about this.
That's
we all
true.
got that, or just like people who, like, you know what I mean? You be like, well, I already know what he gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, you be thinking like, I already know what he gonna do.
Oh, he gonna walk right into this.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that perplexes people about Kellen is like, you really
What is he
don't
gonna
be
do?
knowing. Like, you really.
No, worse. No, I'm sorry, Wes. Worse, you do be knowing. Because I knew in these weak games he was gonna come out throwing.
Yeah, I mean,
it.
yeah. I mean,
I called it too, bro. I'm documented. I'm documented. I said, bro, this dude, I knew it. And then he gonna come out throwing on the Jags.
Well, listen. What actually perplexes me sometimes is like he will do that against teams with bad records, but that still be the strength of their damn team. Because did you realize that the Houston Texans still had like a top 12 passing defense?
Yeah.
And did you realize
appreciate you, Tyrone,
that the Packers, when we threw 40 plus times, had a top 10 passing defense?
Yeah.
every bad team does something well.
Yeah, so like
Right.
if
he play calls to their strength.
Facts.
And you know what? If he actually had reversed this, if he ran the ball like 45 times against the Texans and threw it like 35 against the Jaguars, just based off statistics, I would well, I could sort of see that. But he will straight up game playing against their strength.
That's why I don't believe there is a game plan. There is no game plan.
Nah, it's a motive behind it. That's why what's that linebacker from New England that talked about him trying to be a head coach? I can't remember.
Hightower? No, Teddy Bruschi.
Teddy Bruschi. See, bro,
I can put that. I can load that up. I think I got it.
That's why, and that's exactly why I said before Teddy said it. I said, bro, he run these plays like he trying to get a head coaching job because it's about him. It's about him standing out. Yeah. That's why he do all these, like when the drive is working and all of a sudden you'll see a double reverse. Like he trying to get that accolade, and that's what I'm telling you. When it's in them big games, big moments, he not gonna do generally what's the smart thing to do. He gonna try to do the thing that's gonna cause him to get the glory. Because I honestly said this way before Teddy. I think he using the Cowboys because see, people listen. The Bible is right. Money is truly the root of all evil, and people got to realize he trying to get millions by being an undeserved too young head coach.
Hey, you know what he's also trying to do, boss? You know what he's really trying to do? He's really trying to fix the reasons on why he didn't get a job last year.
Man, again, bro. Like,
because you got to think like this. He went on interviews last year, right? And this is what I said. This is what I said too about Kellen Moore. I'm like, in this offseason, this next offseason, like, I'm not with Kellen Moore going on no interviews, bro. Like, if you got time to go on some interviews, and listen, a man gonna do what a man gonna do. But, bro, you need to be going to some clinics. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to say it like this. Kellen Moore went on 3 interviews last year, did not get them. So when you leave out of those interviews, you have a list, or you at least have a reasons on why they didn't hire you. Why? Because you can look at the guy they just hired and check off the things that he's doing and things you're not doing. And I definitely believe that, like, Kellen Moore feels that, like, I think he kind of feels hammered with the fact that Dak Prescott does his thing with Ezekiel Elliott, and I feel like he feels that he has to supplement his way into there somewhere. He has to have his fingerprint on the game, because if he does, and I'm gonna tell you the thing about him is he doesn't understand, like when you're young, you don't understand that, like, if I win a bunch of games and we have a good offense, they're gonna hire me anyway. Like the success, dude. You don't have to do all this, bro.
He outsmart himself.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, can
I get this super chat real quick?
Go ahead.
Right, he said, my boy William Blackwell, he said, when are we gonna have a 39+ touch game to the running backs?
Never.
Instead of just a regular passing 40 times. Well, we don't.
I don't think 40.
Hold on real quick. It's a little bit more. He said regular passing 40 times. We don't even run when we have a lead.
I mean, this is my thing. Like, when you're up, when you're up on a team, you usually do the things that you're comfortable doing. So when he gets up, he's for sure throwing the ball because he's more comfortable doing that.
I hate that, bro.
That's just being real. Like, just think about this. When you get up on somebody in Madden and you're up 20, 15 points in Madden, what do? You start doing all your showboat plays. You know what I'm saying? Well, all his showboat plays are throwing plays, bro. That's why listen to me, when we were up to the Green Bay Packers, up by 14 points, his mind was still thinking, bro, I'm about to use these plays, bro. I'm about to use these plays, bro.
But see, Coach Moore said something one time real quick, which also to me points to slightly. Like, because remember Dan Quinn said, I'm not coming around the corner for Mike McCarthy's job. Mm-hmm. Coach Moore said, you notice Kelly, they say that.
Yeah. I mean, I think culture, like, this is the thing I know about the Cowboys. And this is why Kellen Moore, listen to me. They pay you by your responsibility. The reason why Mike McCarthy makes more money than Kellen Moore, not because of the position, is because his position requires more responsibility. He's responsible for more things. He's responsible for the entire team. Kellen Moore is only responsible for the offense. That's why he makes more. That's the real reason why your boss makes more money than you. It's not because your boss is better than you. It's because your boss is responsible for more things. His area of responsibility is bigger. Kellen Moore, the Bible says, when you're a good steward over small things, God will bless you with more things, right?
Correct.
At this point of his career, he has not shown me that he can be trusted with more responsibility. And I'm going to tell you, unfortunately, this is not think about this. Like, how do I say this? The skill level that the Cowboys have on offense is almost hard to not be good. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a bunch of guys who are all like at least top 10 in their position. Dak is top 10 in his position. Zeke is top 10 in his position. Tony Pollard's top 10 in his position. CeeDee Lamb's top 10 in his position. Dalton Schultz top 10 in his position. Zach Martin's top. Bro, there's only 11 dudes on offense. You know what I'm saying? There's only 11 guys on offense. 6 of your dudes are at least top 10, top 15.
Shit, 7. Terrence Steele was a top 10 right tackle this year.
There, 7. Tyler Smith is probably out there somewhere too. So it's like, it's really one of those situations where it's like, bro, how could you mess this up? But then at the same situation, it also goes to show like this. With this much talent, if you can't enhance it, that also shows a lot about you too, man.
But that's what we talk about when Dak Prescott's not on the field.
Like, imagine if Michael Jordan played with a coach and Michael Jordan was worse. You would be looking at the coach like, what's wrong with you, bro? You know what I'm saying?
The worst part is he don't even enhance it, bro. Like Dak.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Dak is his cologne, bro. This dude smell like boo boo, bro, and Dak covers it up. That's all that's happening, bro. Because every time.
Hey, that's what we was trying to say earlier today. I said that's what I was saying earlier. I said the biggest, the worst thing for Kellen Moore is Dak Prescott, because think about this, you know. Dak hasn't been his offensive coordinator forever, but he has like 12 comebacks with Kellen Moore. That's like 12 different situations where he has brought you back, where you should have been complaining about his play calling. You should have been complaining about why did Kellen Moore do this? Why did Kellen Moore do that? You should be complaining about that, but in not, we win the game. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and let's just be real. Like, I know y'all be like, oh, we don't win the game. Yeah, listen to me, you guys. If Dak is your quarterback for the last 5 years, we've seen more wins than we've seen losses. That's real. So it's like, unless you're like a content creator or you're just one of these fans that's just fed up being fed up, you know what I mean? Cowboys are celebrating. We got back-to-back 10-game wins. Like, we got, you know what I mean? So it's like, those are the things that, like, I think for the Joneses, where it's like, it really makes it hard for them to bring the hammer down, because, yeah, inside the building, it looks like, yeah, this is kind of weird. But the optics outside of the world is like, oh, yeah, Kellen Moore's he's a wingdinger. He's over there. He called up a 98-yard drive. And I'm looking at this like, bro, Dak was in high tempo. That big leg was coming up every time. That 98 drive, bro, except for that run play at the end, all that was Dak, bro. I'm not saying Kellen Moore is not calling plays, but when you're moving the ball like that, you are not coming to the sidelines like suit, sabading and bing. That's not. That's going off the hip, what you reading and what you saw. The clock kept moving.
Mm-hmm. And you always know that the offense seems to move better when it's in 2 minute offense or 4 minute offense. You notice that too, haven't you?
Yeah, that's when you're in 2 minute offense, you're thinking less and you're reacting more.
Correct.
Because you don't have 35 seconds to think about a play. You know what I'm saying? So that's all reaction. 2 minute offense is really muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Because your 2 minute offense for the most part is the exact same. Like, they're not out here creating 2 minute offenses different for your 2 minute offense is your 2 minute offense. And I think when it comes to that 2 minute offense, there's also less input from Kellen Moore. You want to know why? Because you don't have time to be talking Dak's head off, bruh. Like, you don't have that time. It's hit, miss, and go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the offense does, for whatever, and it's kind of crazy too, because I've been saying it's like you can definitely tell when Kellen Moore gets down in a game, a different type of beat, something comes out of him, like a different switch turns on.
It's my time. It's let me shine. Let me get credit, man. That's what turned on in it. Because this dude threw it 23 times in the first half. Yeah, ran the ball 11 times. With Zeke averaging 6 yards a carry with 60 yards in the first half.
Zeke had a 25-yard run in the first quarter of the game. 25-yard run in the first quarter.
How you do that, bro?
Let's add this in for context. This was the worst rushing defense in football.
The worst
32nd ranked run defense in football.
And when you
ran against them 11 times.
Bro, that's why I be telling Kellen Moore, stop watching film, bro. Use your time for something that you're actually going to use, bro. Like, I'm okay if Kellen Moore came out and be like, bro, I don't use film. I don't think it's necessary. I'd be like, you know what, bro? You know what? I actually believe you. And you know what? Since you're not going to watch film, go practice penalties or something that you're actually going to do, because, bro, he's watching film and doing the same thing that he wants to do. Like, I feel like Kellen Moore is literally just watching film as something he has to check off for his job. Like,
and see the worst part is,
okay, Jay's out. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and see, I can't stand Kellen Moore because he the worst type of person. He got an innocent face with evil intentions. Those are the worst people.
He got a goofy ass face though.
He got an innocent face with evil intentions, bro. Like, and it's clear. See, it's clear if we listen to the decision makers, right? So when you think about it, remember Mike McCarthy came out and he was saying, I don't see us changing. He said that when we start getting on the road with Cooper Rush. Mm-hmm. He said, our identity is to get the ball to Zeke and Pollard. I don't care how you give it to him. Throw it to a pitch to him, pass it to him. He said, that's our winning formula. We protect our defense. He explained all the logic behind it, right? Fully explained it. He said, I don't see us changing. Like, it's basically saying it's clear now. Even a monkey understand it. We went in with Cooper Rush by running the ball. Bro, we not going back. Guess what Kellen said that exact same week? He said there are going to be games we're going to have to throw it.
I mean,
they're going to be.
Boss, you remember? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He literally bucking his boss. And then when you add what Henny the Moore just talked about, he also then elected to pass on Green Bay, who was ranked 26. Then you went pass happy on the worst rushing defense in the league, which is the Texans. Bro, it's so clear he's trying to get a job. But hey, it's just, our media, too many content people don't put the pressure on Kellen Moore. And as long as 105.3, if you go listen to the Fan, if you go listen to the national media, they talking about Dak and his interceptions. That's what they talking about.
Yep.
Dak, what are we going to do with the Dak?
No, do the Cowboys have a Dak problem?
Do we have a Dak problem?
Do they have a Dak problem?
That pisses me off.
All these people out here trying to make money off what's easy. See, Dak is low-hanging fruit. So he as long as you whip that boy, bop, 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 just spank that dude. Spank the brother that's the QB of America's team, and you go get a lot of attention. So most of these cats don't even care.
Wow, Josh Allen leads the league in interceptions.
Right, and it's crazy.
Him and Patrick Mahomes now have the same amount of interceptions, so they both got 11 interceptions on the season. By the way,
and that's what started me and that back and forth with even Lord Brunson today. Like I was like, bro, let's keep it real. 3 of those interceptions don't belong to Dak; they literally belong to Kellen Moore. I've never heard somebody make an excuse for their quarterback with the OC. And then I was like, yeah, come to the lab today. I'm gonna show you. And guess what? Lord actually came. I didn't think Lord was gonna come, bro. I swear to God, Lord Brunson walked in my house. I was like, all right, since you here, I'm gonna show you the evidence. Dog, Lord Brunson looked at the evidence, bro, that I showed him. He said, y'all doing that? I swear to God, bro. He said, y'all doing that? I said, yes. He said, bro, please do that on the 24th.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I mean, this is the key with Kellen Moore, man. Is like,
God, dog.
He just has to. I mean, this is the thing about it. It's like, I love the fact that other people are starting to, make those call outs and stuff because, with success, success covers a multitude of sins. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
When you win, nobody cares about the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
That's so true.
Like that's just real.
That's life. That's facts.
That's why it was so hard for everybody to get on this stop the damn run. You want to know why? Because we was giving up 136 yards, 206 yards rushing in wins. So everybody's like, well, man, that's no problem. It's okay. They were still able to alleviate it. Nah, bruh, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? But just to kind of get touchy back on it is like, it's amazing, man, because what it really even says too is like that think about this, Dak Prescott playing through all this and still being looked at as one of the better quarterbacks in football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I can't imagine, but it's like, I think it's detrimental for the Dallas Cowboys going as Dak gets older and athleticism kind of goes down because that's just what it kind of works. The only person I ever know to get faster and stronger as they get old is Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire. I don't know, maybe they got different water than everybody else, but typically as people get older, they get less athletic. And it's like, man, if Kellen Moore if this is going to be our offensive coordinator, or this is going to be like, something has to come with give, because like all these because I'm going to tell you this right here, on these 8 plays that Dak used to get us back in place, bro, he had to use his 5 of the plays. He had to use his feet to make a throw. So it's like, think about this, as that athleticism diminishes, you're going to need better play calling from your offensive coordinator. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, he can get away with some of the stuff he's getting away because your quarterback is so damn athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dak is a freaking eraser, bruh. And I'm going to tell you the one thing about Dak, until here recently, Dak really had his back, because I'm going to tell you, a couple months ago, when they first said the thing about the option routes, they asked Dak Prescott, Dak, are you going to keep on throwing them option routes? Dak said, yes. And
they create big plays.
Exactly. And you know what I said in my head? Dak really just told us who's really in charge. Dak just really, your head coach went up there and said there's something that he don't want to do. And I'm going to tell you, Dallas news, Dallas media, y'all got that one right, because that was damn sure the question somebody need to ask. Hey, Dak, what's up? Your coach said he ain't like it. You going to keep doing it?
Bro, nobody asked, bro. It's like, what is our media doing? Like, Like, what are y'all doing? Like,
but think about this.
Y'all like drama. Like, Wes, I thought they like drama. Because listen, bro, if you trying to sell,
and nobody doubled down on it, they just said, all right.
Bro, you
okay.
Dog, I thought y'all like when people bleed. Because according to Bobby Belt, if it bleeds, it read. Well, the blood was just dripping right off of Mike McCarthy's nose. All you had to do was follow up with a napkin.
Yeah.
There's the blood.
Yeah.
He's bleeding right in your face. And then y'all sitting there just, hey, Kellen, hey, we see you bucking. Hey, you know what? Yo, why don't nobody ask him just to be messy, just for blood? Hey, I thought Mike McCarthy said that we wasn't going back. Why you throwing it 39 times on the worst rate defense on rushing? Like, I thought we wasn't going back, Kellen. Like, isn't that against Mike McCarthy? Oh, so none of y'all won't mess? Like, if y'all just did y'all job, we would be in a better position. Like, what's up with Kellen that make everybody kiss his ass?
I don't know, but hey, you did see what Dak Prescott said recently when asked about play calling.
Y'all saw it.
So, like, a little bit of that luster between him and Kellen Moore, I think, is waning.
I don't know if it's when, bro, because I really, really kind of, and I hear what you're saying, but what I did is I really combed through it even more. What I saw in his full context is he was just being honest on all the different things that can cause their offensive style to be tripped up. So he named them. He named 3 things. He said it can be play calling, which is true, because you can go against a scheme, and then he said it could also be defense is giving us a look we want.
He said it could be me too. He said it could be him too.
And it can be me where I'm slower on my read, meaning I didn't read the defense right. I was slow, and then I threw it at the wrong time and got an interception. He named 3 things. The worst part is this. After he named those things, he said, so we just got to do a better job of execution. No, Dak. See, you listening to people who really listen. Now, I listen, dog. What you saying is, yeah, they can give us a look to confuse us, but we just got to execute anyway. No, Dak, you not go execute if that defense trick you.
Yeah.
No, you not go execute if that defense tricks your weapons and option routes. You're not going to. You're going to throw the ball right into that safety's stomach. That's what's going to happen. And then worse, he fell on the sword. He said, and I just have to do a better job of not being too aggressive, throwing in too tight windows. It's like that. Nah, bro. And see, that's that company talk. And see, somebody got to say it. Dak, you can't be being friendly to somebody that's getting ready to potentially mess up your destiny, dog. At some point, I can't go with the company when I see the company getting ready to let me down.
Especially when, and think about this, bro. Even, and I'm gonna tell you this: the one thing I will say that's different between Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett is Mike McCarthy's not going down on his sword.
Hell,
Mike, listen to you. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Like that, I'm not a Jason Garrett supportist, but I do know this: when Jason Garrett went to and asked Jerry Jones, "Can I coach? Can I call plays?" and he told him no, you should have quit then. You should have quit right then, because that should have told you right then you're going to fall for whatever it is they put. That's what you're going to be the guy. That's the only difference, right? Well, Mike McCarthy learned, because Mike McCarthy is making it very, very clear the things that he's for and the things that he's against. So when it's time to fire someone, Mike McCarthy's not listening to me. And I'm going to tell you something else that I also feel about Mike McCarthy too. I think Mike McCarthy is like, I ain't going to cuss, but he got a case of the efforts. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, bruh, if y'all do let me go, I'm going to make sure I'm good somewhere else, because I can't be connected to him. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike McCarthy is making it very, very clear. And I'm going to tell you like this.
He drew a line.
Yes. And think about this, right? You see Mike McCarthy now, like, bro, for someone who is not calling plays, he sure is on that microphone, and he sure do got that big ass play pad in his hand.
Bro, no, let's talk, Wes.
Like, I'm just being real with you. Like I'm gonna tell you this right here. I feel like somebody didn't told Mike McCarthy, like, look, Mike wife didn't pulled him off to the side, like, you know, I added that whole wing on the house right there, right? All right. Don't let him get us after, you know what I mean? Like,
in that wing.
Yeah, like, don't get us messed up messing with him.
I'm getting ready to change my name. Say I was Boss Cowboy. I'm getting ready to change to Detective, bro. I'm thinking about really changing my name. No, I'm playing. But dog, to your point. See, this is why I like it when we freestyle it, Wes and Henny. Dog, listen, bro. I pulled a clip 2 weeks ago doing detective research where Mike McCarthy said that he spends a majority of his time in the games making sure Pollard and Zeke get the ball.
That's ridiculous. You know whose job that is?
Ridiculous.
That's the job of hey. That's why listen to me. I had a conversation, and I'll say his name because I'm mad cool with him. I had a conversation with Zeke's dad at the beginning of last year, and the biggest thing that he said that he was pushing and that we needed to push is that, and I've always known that, is the Dallas Cowboys need a run game coordinator. They need a guy whose only job is to dedicate for the run. And to be honest with you, I can believe that. It just shouldn't have to be the offense, your head coach. It just shouldn't. It should not have to be your head coach, because if your head coach is making sure that you're running the ball, that means your offensive coordinator is technically not doing his job.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but you got a guy that sits to 340 stars with a question.
Shoot it.
All right, Tyron Fields is wanted to ask you what your opinion was on the Dallas Cowboys defense and what you think, how you think they're doing this year so far. How we feel about them at this point.
I can go real quick with the defense. Defensive line, I think the defensive line is doing a phenomenal job. Obviously, we lead in almost every major category. So there's not really much to talk about as for the defensive line. Like, they're all going to get paid. Everybody that plays on the Cowboys defensive line is going to get paid by somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whether the Cowboys or somebody, they're going to get paid. You just don't get 48 sacks and then not, you know what I mean? Like, everybody that's connected
especially
to
that boy doesn't take fouls.
Yeah, everybody's about to get paid, right? Going back to the linebackers, this is what I say about the linebackers, man. Dan Quinn. It took me a minute to realize that the Cowboys don't need a linebacker, because that's not even what Dan Quinn really wants. He doesn't really want a linebacker. He really wants that hybrid guy in the middle of his defense. Why? Because that's the same thing they did with Keanu Neal last year. The first acquisition he did is try to turn him into a damn linebacker. So that is just his scheme. You know what I'm saying? I do think that the safeties need to put on more weight if they're going to be doing this, going forward. But that's his scheme. So far as the linebacker play, I think it took the linebackers. It took them some time to just figure out what they were doing with the linebackers. Because I think
a super chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, the linebacker's the most inexperienced room on this team right now. You know what I'm saying? With the most responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now it's the corners because of injury. But I mean, when you put it all together in one big suit, man, I don't think there's really any, even though our stopping the run, you know what I'm saying? Even our stopping, us trying to stop the run, as long as you're progressively getting better each week, then, praise God that the NFL is a 17-game season. You know what I'm saying? Because you still have 4 games to get better at what you are doing. So only thing I can say is everything that I don't, or I would feel is everything that I feel is something they need to clean up or fix, it is something that we can see on film that they are trying to. So the only thing I say about the defense is they're playing well, and anything you don't like, just wait. It'll get better.
Right. And
I take the super chat real quick? Okay, I wanted to comment on that too. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You finish it. I'll wait.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just like basically what you're saying with the defense, the only area of concern I have going forward is going to be that secondary cornerback position now that Anthony Brown is down. And I know that, Kelvin Joseph is a former second-round pick. He did play better in the Houston game, but, he also played against quarterbacks that were not very good at throwing the ball. They had a damn 2-quarterback system going on. So, that you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't really have a quarterback at all. So,
except for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, like they ran out.
And Dan Quinn he admitted that threw them off for a little bit. He said that he admitted that threw them off.
Yeah, you don't see it in the professional football. You just don't see that. Like, you might see it in the Saints when you got a guy like Taysom Hill, but like they've been doing that so long with the packages, like you game plan for that now. But yeah, so like I just need to see going forward against some better quarterback competition. Like, I'll know more next week about how I feel about Kelvin Joseph playing that role, because Trevor Lawrence is a guy that he hasn't put it all together, but he can make all the throws and he will push the ball down the field. So I'll be out on Kelvin Joseph until I see him play against a quarterback that actually will test him.
I mean, so Trevor Lawrence, if he's throwing at Kelvin Joseph or anybody outside of Diggs, he's basically throwing against guys that are at his experience level. Yes, that is very true. Even the guy we went and got, like, I know he's been in the league a while, but there's a reason he's been bouncing around the league. So we don't really have
I know people were down on Anthony Brown, but we're going to really, really miss him going forward, especially once we get into like these playoff settings.
You gonna miss him?
We're gonna miss him at all.
You feel that way?
I'm almost certain, bro. Oh, we ain't gonna really miss him, bro. Like that's just to me, because I really broke down Kevin Joseph tape, and everything that was caught on Kevin Joseph had literally no separation. And even that ball that they called on him, that D ball, that should have been overturned. It was a good throw, good catch.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Anthony Brown. You could say the same. Yes, you can.
He beat it.
Yes, you can, bro.
This is the difference, because I literally broke down both of them balls tape. Anthony Brown was also in excellent position, but the problem with Anthony Brown is he was not attacking the ball right. That's it. Like, he was in good position, but at the same time, I know you got a much better athlete with Kelvin Joseph. You got somebody with 4.28 speed that's bigger, that's stronger, that's faster.
He got bad hips, bro.
And his coverage and his technical skills is better. Like, and listen, I ain't hearing nothing about no Anthony Brown, because it took him 7 years to get to last year. I ain't hearing nothing about him.
But last year he played. Yeah,
it took him 6 years to get there, though, even as a 6th round pick. It's like I want us to learn to have the patience we had on Anthony Brown, because I documented every time he got a touchdown caught on him, and it was up to 18.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. But the thing about this, bro, he was a 6th. But you also got to think that was a 6th round pick. I don't think there's nobody.
Point. That's my whole point.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's my point. Is be patient. If we was
no. I'm not saying be patient. No. See, this is the difference, though. When Anthony Brown was being patient, when we were doing that, we weren't in the situation that we are in now.
We actually was.
No, we weren't. Well, hold on.
Yes, we was.
Let me finish, because we weren't in that same situation. Because
yes, we was. 2016 and 18, we was in playoffs positions. Yes, we was.
Yes, but we did not have a dominant corner on one side that was making it, because this is the issue with having Trevon Diggs. When you have Trevon Diggs, your other corner is going to get heavily targeted. That's not happening right now. Kelvin Joseph is getting an excessive amount of targets right now. Why? Because teams are not at all targeting Diggs. So anything that Kelvin Joseph does is going to get highlighted. So that's why I say I can be patient with him, but bro, I can't be patient in December. No, I can be patient next year, but
we can't even do nothing about it. Really?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Matter
of fact, they already did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The starting corner is bland. Like, if you look at who came out in the starting defense on the base, it was bland. The only time we were seeing Josephs playing on the outside is when they went to the nickel package. So actually, the starting right corner, the number 2 corner, is the right guy. The guy with the ball skills. That's the guy who attacks the ball well. So actually, I want them to throw over at Bland, because they trying to avoid Diggs, because that's a trap that they go run into another trap. You trying to avoid this trap, you go run into this trap, because both of those guys know how to attack the ball. So I'm not even really too worried about Joseph at all. And plus, Joseph's, from my eyes, maybe nobody agree with this, but from my eyes, he's getting better and better, just like Diggs did the more reps he get.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, boss.
Let me take the super chat real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
because I've been waiting on this for a minute.
Go ahead.
He said, Coach Moore said, main job for coaches is to make the game easier for great players. Kellen makes the game harder for Dak and Lamb. He kills stars, and that is facts.
Absolutely. That's true. Because think about this: when Dak came back, when Dak's first game came back, you know what I'm saying? When did Dak throw his first interception coming off the injury? Chicago. In that game, what was he trying to do? He's trying to get the ball. He's trying to get the ball on an option route in the middle of the field to a wide receiver who's 40 yards down the field. Bruh, that is a throw that guys make who have been in practice with each other every single day. That is not because you got to think like this. The throw is not even the catch. The completion of a pass like that is really not even determined on. It's really determined on the wide receiver making the right turn. Because if you turn the wrong way, Dak lets it go. Now the ball's in the middle of the field to anybody who wants it, and the entire defense can see the ball. So it's like, part of the reason why I think like if you're gonna listen to me, if they want to go heavy option route now in December, hey, I would be understandable. But in the beginning of the season, bruh, you already had your quarterback injured, already missing games. He didn't play in preseason. That is not a good crock pot for option routes to grow in. You know what I'm saying? That is not a good incubator for crop pot. That's the best word I was gonna say. That's not a good incubator for option routes. Like, option routes are designed for guys who are together all the time. Like, when Dak Prescott says something, I finish his sentences. Yeah, y'all can run option routes together. Like, you and Dalton Schultz. Like, in my opinion, the only person Dak should be running option routes with is Dalton Schultz. That's it.
I agree.
Absolutely. Listen to me. Why do I want CeeDee Lamb trying to make a decision 40 yards down the field? I don't want that. I want Dak to know exactly where he's throwing the ball at.
Hey, and you know what? Can we just bring up one more thing about option routes that I forgot that I was going to talk about this day. I forgot.
Let's do it.
I'm glad you said it right now. Bro, you know another thing about option routes that's just so selfish by Kelly? You are going to get your receivers guaranteed big shots on them boys.
If they turn the wrong way, for sure.
Like that,
especially in the middle of the field.
You got to have some real
dogs. You got to have some dogs. You got to have some dogs.
Because you go because see what you're doing is especially when you crossing the safety's face.
I mean, look at Noah Brown. Noah Brown be getting smacked, bruh.
Bro, see, that's when your offense is calling for your weapons to take kill shots.
Unprotected too, man, because you go, I don't give a damn. You going across the middle, and listen to me, and think about this. That's part of the reason why I was kind of not necessarily upset with CeeDee Lamb at the beginning of the season, but I was just like, bro, your body language sucks, bro. When it just sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many business decisions, and it's like you want to put guys, and I'm gonna tell you that's why, in my opinion, that's what I think is the difference between a Sean McVay and a Kellen Moore. Because when you see Cooper Kupp making plays, the dude's wide open, bro.
Right.
Ooh. Like, listen to me. Like, you're not a good offensive coordinator because you can draw up a play to make a guy jump over another guy and catch the ball. That doesn't make you a good offensive coordinator. Good offensive coordinators are guys who can consistently get guys open. Because listen to me, if you can't get these guys open, if they're getting open on their own, why do I need you? What do I need you for? And then think about this. If you have multiple receivers, which is kind of crazy. I ain't even going to lie, bro. Like, I ain't never really seen an offense where you have multiple guys running options. Like, that means Dak Prescott has to read. Dak Prescott, like, that's and I'm going to tell you, too, the fact that the Dak Prescott's success is proof that he's a very smart individual.
Thank you, bro.
Very smart guy.
He's a very smart guy,
bro.
Because he's reading the defense while it's developing and reading the wide receiver. That's a lot, bro.
And throwing the ball with anticipation.
That's a lot, bro.
With multiple options.
That's a lot.
So, like, because I was debating this.
You got to say he's a smart guy.
He's super smart.
Behind bad pass throw.
Yeah, you got to be able to say that he's a good guy.
Because Bronson was like, they throw different looks at Hurts. I said, but Hurts got a different responsibility. Hurts is gonna have simple reads. All of his weapons are making one decision at their breaks.
Yeah. And then
Dak is looking at 3 to 4 people that might all do something different.
Facts. And then 10 rushing touchdowns, the amount of rushing yards he has, that lets you know that, honestly, Jalen Hurts is probably only going through 1 read, 2 read, run.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
If that, bro. He's 1 read. Like, I promise you, like, and I'm not trying to say anything, but I know Jalen Hurts' play calling is way more simplified than what Dak is running.
Oh yeah, man, it's super simplified. That's why his completion percentage so high.
Like, way more. I know it is.
Yeah, and see, because they use Hurts right, bro. They run the ball and they use him for deep balls, explosive plays. That's what they do. It's smart.
Yeah.
Like, we go really make y'all come down on us, load that box, and then I'm gonna go to my big boys and my killer weapons.
And then
all I got to throw is a pretty good ball to him.
And think about this, boss.
It's an offensive coordinator that truly built their offense based on the skill sets of their QB. And shoot, Landlord said it best. He said, bro, I've been watching Hurts for years, and I believe it. I know how Landlord do his content. He's very thorough. And he was like, bro, what they done to really kind of hide his flaws and his zits and pimples, he said that's the best makeup job. You ever seen one of them makeup jobs to where this girl like super kind of weird?
It's looking? A filter. It's called a filter, brother.
Or they put that makeup on him.
They put a filter on him. They just put a filter on him.
They put a filter on Hurts, bro.
Hey, real quick super chat. He says, "Hey guys," from Aaron Ray. Says, "Hey guys, love the channel. Keep them coming." Question going forward: should we go with left tackle 77, left guard 73, center 63, 70 at right guard, and right tackle 71 as starters? I would say yes. I
don't want to see Josh Ball. I need somebody to die before Josh Ball gets on the field. Like, somebody has to not even get hurt. I will donate my ACL or something before I want Josh Ball out there.
Big old body. He sure is big, you know what I'm saying?
And that's an area to where the Dallas Cowboys and Stephen Jones and his control is scary, because when I think about the malfeasance and the negligence to continue to try to develop a bad tackle. He good on run blocking.
Yeah.
But pass pro, you can't trust him.
At all.
And y'all sitting up there as if you didn't have a whole lot of plays to evaluate Avion Collins.
Who played good in preseason.
He played better than Josh Ball?
Him and Ball had the most reps in the whole preseason.
But if Avion Collins plays and starts, it's gonna be a lot of content. We about to be out of here in about a couple minutes, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's gonna be a lot of if Avion Collins.
Hey, we didn't get it in on them on the Jags though, because I know Henny had some on them Jags I want to talk about in terms of the stakes of this game, if you don't mind.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Yeah, man. So, like, in terms of this Jaguars game coming up, you know, a lot of people are talking about this is a trap game. This is this and that. This is not a trap game. If anything, this is a playoff game for both of these teams. Ooh. And it's going to be looked at from the eyes of the coaching staff and preparation as such. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because Jacksonville ain't dead in the water no more. They just blew out the Tennessee Titans by 14 points. Meaning that they have the tiebreaker against them right now. They have 4 games remaining and are 2 back from the 4 seed in the AFC. So they need this game to get into the playoffs. They have a real legit shot of getting into the playoffs in Doug Peterson's first season as head coach. And you know they are going to shoot for it. So this game is going to mean everything to them. I'm already hearing that this is going to be the highest capacity crowd in Jacksonville history. They are getting up for this game because Dallas Cowboys are coming in here. They are going to play their hearts out for Doug Peterson. And on the flip side, why we care about it, it actually keeps us in the hunt for the 1 seed. And 2, if we win, we clinch a playoff spot. It will only be the 7th seed just by winning flat out. But other things can happen for us to clinch the 5 seed by winning this game. Other folks loses, tiebreakers, stuff along those lines. So we have everything to play for. They have everything to play for. It's going to be a hostile environment, rocking crowd. This is a playoff game. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere because this game is going to mean a lot to both of these coaches.
That's a very good analysis because it reminds me of what happened in 2016 when we faced Detroit, Henny. Mm-hmm. You know, because Detroit was the same way where they was fighting to get in and we was fighting to clinch home field advantage. You know, when Dak was on that run, and it was a good game. Like the first half was very competitive. It was 21-21. Sean Lee went and opened up on them bars at halftime. Y'all remember that? And we came and put 21 unanswered points on Detroit.
Because remember, Dez Bryant threw the left-hand touchdown.
Yeah, he threw that was clean, boy. Yeah, good memory. Yeah, he threw that left-hand touchdown. That's exactly that game. And now this definitely ain't no trap. Like, see, I think Houston was where we was kind of asleep. Because be honest, it was hard to even do content on Houston.
It was.
It was hard. I swear to God, I was like, damn, I got to study these sorry dudes, you know, just to go talk about it. But we all did, but it was hard. The Jags, oh no, they got some quality people over there. That they got some quality draft people that was some of my favorite draft people over there. You know what I mean? So a team like that is kind of young and dangerous, and then they starting to kind of smell themselves. You don't want them to gain no confidence on us, and like everybody, they go give us their best punch.
Yeah, and you got to say it like this, man. You know, go to the playoffs, or outside of a playoff game, this is the biggest game. This is the game that you want to play well. Why? Because they're gonna have season ticket holders in the building, and this is the game where you gonna sell that your team is gonna be good next year. You know what I'm saying? Like this is your last big performance in front of one of your last big performances against a solid team. They got some home games that are coming up, but you're not going to see a team as quality as the Dallas Cowboys. So it's like, even if you don't make a run for Doug Peterson, this is a very, very important game, because even if you don't make the playoffs because something else happens, with Tennessee, they start playing well or whatever, you still have this game to hang off of. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, for a lot of organizations, you got to think like this. If you're an owner, you got into owning football because you probably wanted to own, you probably liked what Jerry Jones was doing in the Dallas Cowboys. So to be a young coach with an owner and being able to accomplish what you do with the Dallas Cowboys, bro, and think about this, you're the former Eagles coach. I'm pretty sure when you was looking at,
man.
you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure when you was looking at your schedule, you know what I'm saying, you probably use this as, we play Dallas, and I play, you know what I mean? Like we play Dallas, we play Dallas, and I gotta, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is for the Jaguars, this is a good way for them to simulate a game that means a lot. And he'll be able to go back to the owner of the Jaguars and be able to, this is what I performed. This is how I performed when it mattered the most. You know what I'm saying? Because we may feel like, and listen, we're Cowboy fans, so we don't get this, but like some teams, organizations, they get 2 wins when they beat us. Just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? Because they get the win on TV, then they get the win socially. You know what I'm saying? They get what? They get a hit in marketing. They get a hit in merchandise. Everything goes up for them for this little moment. You know what I'm saying? So this is a, like I said, this is a huge moment for Doug Peterson. This is a moment for him to solidify himself, and playoffs are on the line. But I love it for us because I love that the playoffs will start before the playoffs start.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Even if we cannot catch up to the Philadelphia Eagles, it is in our best interest to win these rest of these games so that the Eagles cannot rest anybody in Week 18.
Facts.
Because if we win now, that would mean we beat them in this last head-to-head game. That means that they cannot end the season with the same record as the Dallas Cowboys, because unlike us, they have another loss in the division to the Washington Commanders. So by default, they can't rest anybody, get cute. They would have to win Week 18, no matter what happens. We win the rest of our games. And I like forcing the Eagles to play all their guys, because a little bit, even with a bye, a little bit more wear and tear on their players always suits well going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they gonna get it. If you win the division, you're gonna get a bye anyway. I mean, you're with the first seed, you're gonna get a bye anyway. You ain't trying to give them 2. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That is correct. And you also got to think about this on the angle from the Jaguars. They played Tennessee again, and after what they did against them, they feel confident in beating them head to head. And on top of that, Tennessee plays us, so it's almost guaranteed that they will lose another game. So like they have a legitimate chance. They have a legitimate chance. They have a legitimate chance. Tennessee has a tough schedule.
In their minds, they have a legit. This is like, think about this. On their schedule, this is the game that's hinged on everything. Everything hinges on this game right here for them.
Yeah, because you got to look at who else the Titans play. The Titans are going to play the Chargers, which will not be an easy game. They're going to play the Texans, which is their only gimme. They're going to play the Dallas Cowboys.
They're going to lose
Then they're going to play the Jacksonville Jaguars, who've already beaten them by 14 points. So
Tennessee might have shutting it down by then, bro. They might shut it, because you got to think their offense is based around a explosive running back who they're not even giving the ball to for some reason, and then a wide receiver, Burks, who I love, but they just not. I mean, by that time, I'm pretty sure Burks ain't playing, bro. I'm pretty sure Derrick Henry. Like, by that time, you're packing it up, bro. I do know.
Hey, I do got a super chat before we get up.
I was literally just reading. I got one statement I want to make too before you go. Read your super chat.
He said, Keystone said, don't turn the ball over. Jacksonville scored 20 points off turnovers last game. Shit.
Yeah, and they had a tight end go dumb crazy too.
Boy, that was Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, y'all hit them likes too, man. Them likes, my likes ratio is way off, y'all. I know y'all doing overtime with me, man. I know y'all feeling tired, man. But hit them likes, man. This is, just right thing to do. Come on.
Shoot, what was I going? I had a comment. I was going. Oh yeah, I was going to say.
Who said anything about one of y'all to be hurt? I said I don't want y'all to get any rest. And nobody wants to wish no harm on nobody. We ain't worried about y'all. We beat shit out y'all every time we play y'all. Y'all be backup quarterbacks if we feeling good about it. Ain't nobody worried about the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I'm gonna just let the
Starting
chips.
Coke, you
I'm
need to worry about
gonna
the
just let the chips fall as they may. You feel me? Like whatever it is happen. I hope everybody's at full strength when they play. You feel me? So we can just get it on, man. But and I'm gonna tell you this. I am realistic to the fact that we're gonna have to play the Eagles 3 times this year. It's just what it is. Like if Eagles fans haven't accepted that, y'all need to accept that. We're gonna play each other 3 times. And guess what? That third game is gonna probably be the one that mattered the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even going to really be, I mean, this Christmas game is going to mean something, but just be real. The Cowboys and the Eagles, there's a highly chance that we will play each other in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know this. I've already committed to myself that I'm going to be such an asshole on Christmas when the Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles that I'm actually just conserving all my energy. Like, I'm just letting them make it right now. I got a guy right now, listen to me. He just literally every single day for the last 12 days he's typed me fly Eagles fly, and I just like it every day. Cause bruh, they don't understand bruh. And that's before we even get out of here, that's how you really know that like the difference between Cowboy fans and like Eagles fans, because like with the Eagles being 12-1, whatever their record is right now, bruh, they give like that is still not good enough. Like think about this, the Eagles beat us 2 months ago, and they're waiting for December 24th. Like, what are y'all waiting for? Y'all the ones who won. We're supposed to be the ones excited about December, but I'm gonna tell you guys why. Is because even Eagles fans know that if you don't play a Dallas Cowboy team with Dak Prescott, you ain't really play the Dallas Cowboys. That's why I'm gonna tell you, that's why Eagles fans are so excited about December 24th, because you know Dak's gonna play. Because you know it, bruh. That 7-3 hanging over your head is too looming, man. But hey, man, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right here before I go. I would not be surprised if the Bears beat them boys this week. Because I feel like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like Justin Fields. I just feel like they're gonna be like, we have a guy that can do what he does. And I'm going to tell you, what does Kellen Moore do every time he tries to get into a game? Like if Kellen Moore is playing Tom Brady, he's going to try to duel him. If Kellen Moore is playing, if it's Dak Prescott versus Aaron Rodgers, Kellen Moore's going to try to beat him. Bro, when you get these running quarterbacks versus running, bro, I promise you. And one thing I know about Chicago, they don't give a damn. They're really going to run the ball.
About 45 times.
They're really going to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I would not be surprised. I mean, hey, think about this. If the Eagles lose to the Bears this week, we're playing for first place Christmas Eve. What do you think about that? Hey, man, I appreciate everybody that's watching. It's amazing how one game can change your life, right? I appreciate everybody for watching tonight, man. This is a late night show, man. Appreciate everybody for jumped on here, man. Shout out to my boy Boss Cowboy, man, who tapped in. Shout out for my boy HTM Sports. HTM, I'll let you go first. Let them know where they can find you at, my boy.
Hey, man, it's Henny DeMore on Facebook and HTM Sports on all other platforms.
Yes, sir. Boss Cowboy, where they can find you at, man?
Yeah, man, Boss Cowboy Sports. And I also want to say thank y'all for everybody that's still watching on the channel. It's amazing to have this much people. And y'all been with me for now 4.5 hours. That's crazy. And I just appreciate y'all so much, man, for being such diehard Cowboy fans and just rocking with Henny and obviously the big homie West.
Yes, sir. And hey, man, just want to let y'all know, man, hey, no matter what you do this season is a once-in-a-lifetime season, so make sure you enjoy it, bro. Make sure you guys enjoy this season. I know we do a lot of critical analyzations of the team and stuff like that, but make sure when it's game time, y'all enjoy it, man. Don't spend this whole season hating your quarterback, because that's going to suck. You already know what it is. Never look down, because stars up. Peace.